Hello everybody, welcome. I am here in my this is actually a new room that my pottery studio where I usually am, which is just in through a door there at the side there that goes into the other room. So this is now my glaze room. So I only have bisqueware in here and glaze materials, etc. Right now I'm just here just doing a bit of decorating. So why don't you join me? Yes, I'm using red iron oxide, synthetic red iron oxide pigment and red clay. And then I've got here, I've got a cobalt here. This is basically cobalt and iron oxide and manganese dioxide and crushed porcelain clay body. 25% each. Alright? And this here is 25% red clay and 75% synthetic red iron oxide. Okay, so what I have been doing, you've seen me doing this before. These are some tankards which have already been banded with the red iron oxide and a fine cobalt line underneath there. And what I'm about to do here is now to put a decoration onto it. So join me for that. Let's just get this camera so it's, see if I can do it so you can, this particular decoration is one a fairly new one. I've got here a little board of bud vases that I did previously. So now let's do another one of these tankards. So we've got here, I've got a mixture here on the right there of, it's basically this, but it's like watered down, if you know what I mean, a little bit. So what I do is I take with this broad brush, which is a regular kind of, I think I got it at Walmart actually. Just a flat brush, but what I'm going to do here is just some broad strokes like this. Sorry, the lighting's not brilliant. I've got to actually get a bit better lighting up this end of the table. Always remember when you're doing any kind of brushwork, you know what your worst enemy when you're doing brushwork is being hesitant. Hesitancy. That's your worst enemy. Okay, so I've done those broad strokes. So what I'm going to do now is here, using a finer Japanese brush, get a nice consistency here of pigment on the brush. Alright, so this one goes like this. What I do now is on top of this, like that. Yeah, once you commit with the brush, try not to pull back. Bit of a windy day out there today. Da, 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 dee. Yeah, so have a go with doing some brushwork. Don't think, whatever you do, don't think that, oh, brushwork, that's for a special few. I'm not very artistic, and I could never do that. Oh, my hand is a little bit unsteady. I have a little bit of a shaky hand or a wobbly wrist. Don't, whatever you do, think that, because you can have a lot of fun just with pigments, and it's not actually that difficult. You just want to keep it simple, you know. Keep it simple, stupid, you know. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Ever heard that one? Dee, 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 dee. So there we go. There we've done one. Under the spotlight. Yeah, it's always good to do things, isn't it? Under the spotlight a little bit. I'm sorry the lighting is a little bit gloomy, but anyway, you can basically see that. So this is actually the glaze that is on here. Before I did any of this decoration was a celadon glaze. So now it will have this bluey, pale bluey broad stroke, and then this iron oxide on top. Let's do another one, a different decoration. I'll do a foxglove, one of my dad's foxgloves, in fact. So I have to sit down to do that then. Okay, so let's see now. Now the important thing is, you see, when you're using pigments, to get the strength of the pigment right. That is like vitally important, because if you don't get the strength right, you see, it comes out all wishy-washy. All right, so you want to load the brush with enough to. So now this is a foxglove that goes on the front here. See if I can do it. Dee, 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 dee. That. So I do this one side and then I do the other side, you see. Yeah, you don't want too much pigment, because then it kind of blobs on the end, you know. Oop. So having done that, I now take. What you'll find is, when you are doing this kind of thing, that the palette here, where you keep your, you know, it dries up quite quickly because of the evaporation, you know. Another thing you see now, I've got a little bit of iron oxide on my fingers here, and it's getting all over the pot. It's one of those things, you know, when you're working with iron oxide, it's like, gosh, it's like engineer's blue if you've ever touched that stuff. It gets everywhere. So I'll have to clean that off. So you see, when you start your brush stroke, once you commit, just let it flow. Don't get hesitant. Yeah, so you see my fingerprints here, because I've picked up some iron oxide from somewhere. Usually when that happens, you can just rub it off like that. But I don't really want it to go into the kiln with the iron oxide blobs over it. Okay, so there's another. Okay, so there's two decorations there, folks, with using these pigments. So get yourself some brushes, get yourself some old tiles. You're going to need to make yourself some little brush rests so your brushes don't run away, because they do have a habit of like rolling off the side here, you see, onto the floor. Yeah, get yourself some brushes. Some of these kind of brushes are useful. Get yourself a little water pot, and you're going to need one of these, a spinning wheel, a banding wheel, a whirrer, whatever you want to call it. Have a knife handy for making a few corrections sometimes to your design. Alright, hey, thanks for joining us, and please go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. There you will see, you're going to see a lot of things for sale soon, because a lot of these pots which are going to be going through the kiln. I'm packing the kiln and trying to get it fired today actually. So hopefully today is actually Good Friday. Anyway, and let's just say what else. Yeah, those trim tools. If anybody's interested in a trim tool, write to me. I'm going to be picking some up actually next week, and so I'm only having a limited number made. So if you want one, please write to me and I'll put your name down on my list. Hey, God bless you all, take care, and keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.